Hello everyone. Today I have another interesting ticket issue that we are going to be looking at and how to resolve this ticket. So we have our user Jane Doe. We received a ticket to unlock an account for Jane Doe. For some reason Jane Doe's account is locked and we have to figure that out. Now before we get started into unlocking his account, I want to go ahead and demonstrate what probably might have happened that triggered her this user's account lockout. Now it could have been for a number of reasons. Maybe they just changed their password recently and for some reason they cannot recall or remember the password that they used, and this can happen all too often. So I'm just gonna go ahead and log on to this is not this. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the right PC for Jane Doe. Now if you recall from my last video, you have to have the right PC, which I believe was Windows 02 that we used. So I'm just gonna start that up and I'm gonna get rid of this one, and while we are waiting, I'm gonna hit and pause the video. Okay, so alright, so we have that. I'm just gonna make sure that this is actually Jane Doe's PC, and in hindsight I should have just labeled the PCs when I was creating them on the VM. So hindsight 2020. So I'm just gonna go ahead and log on. Hold on, and that's exactly what we want to do, but not yet. Just want to make sure. Oh. And voila, so Jane Doe is able to log on to this PC. Alright, so I want to receive the account lockout notifications. I just wanted to make sure that Jane Doe, this is Jane Doe's PC, and we can change that in the description here. We can come back here, look for workstations, and I am going to add some description here and say Jane Doe's PC, and that way I don't have that. This is kind of by the way from what we actually wanted to do. MJ's PC, and we'll go ahead and hit apply, hit OK, and that would always be so we don't have a confusion. Alright, so I'll go ahead and sign out and then trigger a lockout, and then we can actually go ahead and troubleshoot the real reason why we're here today. Alright, so I'm going to go to enhance view and hit OK, and we're going to type in Jane Doe, and let's say Jane Doe forgot her password and she just keeps entering, and their account is locked out because we set the group policy to lock out every 3 failed consecutive attempts. Alright, so what we want to do is type in, there are a couple of ways you can verify the account is locked. You want to pull up your command prompt. If you notice, net user Jane Doe /domain, and then we can see our account is locked, and then we can also go ahead and verify when the password was last set. So she changed her password to roughly a day ago, and for some reason she can't remember her password the very next day, and that tends to happen typically. And again, this has happened for myself, it has happened for a lot of users. Another reason could be from a security aspect, if a user is being bombarded by external actors, and we call that brute force. When someone is trying to break into your account, or it could be a password spraying event or something that is maliciously going wrong. But most times it's always good to double check and see when the user last changed their password. Alright, and that gives me a clue, and I know that Jane Doe's password is account is locked out. So I just come in here, use the find, type in Jane, hit right click properties, and go to account, and I'm gonna go ahead and unlock her account. And just to verify, this is what I typically advise that admin should do. Once you unlock the account, you want to let the user know that you have successfully unlocked their account, and this is just kind of, good practice anyway. And then you type in user, and then you have a screenshot of this letting the user know that your account has been locked. Of course, you want to blot out any security um, um, exposures. And so Jane Doe now has her account unlocked, and now she can log back in. And that would be how to unlock a user that has the account locked out. So we type in that. Oh, sorry. Hope I do not lock out the account a second time by accident. Oh, so I have one more try, so I have to be absolutely careful the way I type in the password. And voila, the third time is a charm. I was able to get in. So this is how you unlock a user account using Active Directory. Thank you for watching. This has been a program brought to you by WayTutors.